Good afternoon, everybody. It's Joe Martin Mellett here. Hope you're going well. Just got news on BBC.co.uk. It says this: Oasis nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Manchester band Oasis and New Order are among the 14 acts being considered for inclusion in the prestigious Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. They're joined by artists such as Mariah Carey, Cyndi Lauper, and the White Stripes on the 2025 long list. Half of 14 nominations are first-timer, including English punk star Billy Idol, rock and roll pioneer Chubby Checker, and Mad Dog with Soul Joe Cocker. The performers become eligible for nomination 25 years after the release of their first commercial recording. Voting starts now, with the finalists revealed in April. About half the nomination will be ultimately inducted into the institution later this year. So, as usual, there is a public vote, I guess, but sometimes the public vote doesn't always really pass over to what the people in the industry are voting for. So the nominees are Bad Company, The Black Crowes, Mariah Carey, Chubby Checker, Joe Cocker, Billy Idol, Joy Division / New Order, Cyndi Lauper, Mana, Oasis, Outkast, Phish, Soundgarden, White Stripes. It is the second time Oasis has been nominated, having first appeared on the ballot in 2024. Their inclusion comes as the band gears up for a sold-out reunion tour which kicks off in Cardiff this July. But singer Liam Gallagher has previously criticised the Hall of Fame, saying he wasn't interested in receiving an award from some generic in a cowboy hat. He added, perhaps sarcastically, that Oasis didn't deserve the nomination as much as Mariah Carey. She smashed it, he noticed. In the end, both Oasis and Carey were overlooked last year, with the voters choosing to induct Cher, Mary J. Blige, Ozzy Osbourne, and Tropical Quest instead. Asked for the thoughts on the snub, Mariah said, "My thoughts are, I didn't get in. My lawyer got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame before me," she added, referring to entertainment lawyer Alan Grubman, who also represents clients such as Madonna, Bruce Springsteen, Lady Gaga. Grubman is inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as recipient of the Ahmet Ertegun Award, which honors music and industry figure. So, stop right there. So, let's get back to the list. Bad Company. They've never ever been nominated before, as far as I'm assuming. Bad Company was a band with Paul Rodgers that started years after Free broke up after the death of Paul Kossoff. Now, I don't understand why Free is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but they're nominating Bad Company. The Black Crowes. I can't name 3 songs. I don't know much about this band, but they've been around for a while. Mariah Carey. I really get really sick and tired of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is really losing its name. It's starting to become like the Rappers and Puppers Hall of Fame, not the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, with the induction of crap like Whitney Houston, Mary J. Blige, Missy Elliott, Jay-Z, Tupac Shakur, Biggie Smalls, over stuff like Soundgarden, Led Zeppelin, Motorhead, Iron Maiden. I've always made this joke that if Kylie Minogue was to be inducted before Queensryche and Dream Theater, I would become a Orthodox Jew, but I am of Jewish descent. Chubby Checker. 20 or so years ago, I remember Chubby Checker was protesting outside the Rock and Roll of Fame that he had been included. So, he's about 80 right now, I guess. I think he's been overdue for many years. I mean, he's been an artist and still, I guess he's still making records. It's just, a lot of people tend to know his song, The Twist. I wouldn't say he's a one-hit wonder, but he's just quite famous thanks to that one song. So, if they inducted Percy Sledge based on the merits of When a Man Loves a Woman, they could induct Chubby Checker. Joe Cocker, God rest his soul. I don't know why it's taken that long. It seems like they only start nominating certain artists years after they passed away, because when you look at what happened with T-Rex, Mark Bolan had been passed for over 40 years until he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Billy Idol, on the other hand, he's been eligible for, I'd say, 20 or so years. 25 or so years, yes, he's been making music for that long. I don't understand why he's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He's well worthy. The irritating thing is they want to induct Joy Division and New Order as a doubleheader, which, no offense, alright, because New Order was basically born after Ian Curtis committed suicide, so members of Joy Division went on to form New Order, so it's just It just seems dumb that they're inducting both bands at once, but they could have actually nominated Joy Division years prior ago, and then they would nominate New Water. Cyndi Lauper. Cyndi Lauper is a rock and roll lady. She should have been in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. First year eligibility. She's been eligible for 15 or so years now. I don't understand why it's taken that long. Maina. Never heard of her. Never heard of this woman. Please, in the comments, let me know. Teach me more about this woman. Oasis. Oasis had a few Grammy nominations, and the albums did so well in America, but I believe they only had a few hits like Wonderwall. But being a British band that became a little bit popular in America, yeah, I should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Outcast, yet again, this is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame basically losing its rock edge when it starts to induct the rappers and the poppers. I see nothing in rock and roll in Outcast, even though Big Boy inducted Kate Bush. And also, Andre 3000 and Big Boy inducted Prince 21 years ago when he was inducted in his first year eligibility. Phish. Yes, I understand why this band has not been nominated. They've been eligible for many years. They are an iconic rock band, especially in the stoner rock category. Every Halloween, they used to play an album in its entirety with like a special set, which is similar to what Dream Theater did when they decided to cover The Number of the Beast or Master of Puppets or Deep Purple Live in Japan. Soundgarden. It's been 8 years since Chris Cornell left us, and before he left us, Soundgarden had been eligible for many years since since the 2000s, because you gotta remember the first album came out 88, 86 around that time, the first recordings. They should have been in a long time ago, but they've been passed over thanks to idiots like Missy Elliott and Jay-Z. The White Stripes. I grew up with the White Stripes because my brother was a big White Stripes fan. They're an iconic band, only had maybe one top 40 hit, but their music really did sell well in Britain, and they were very iconic. It's just sad how they broke up because of Meg's mental illnesses and whatnot, but Jack White has continued on to making great music with different bands whatsoever, even if it's recording a song with Beyonce on her Lemonade album. Okay, so who would get my vote this year? Alright, I'm definitely going to choose Chubby Checker for once, because he should have been eligible years ago. And I'm also going to choose Bad Company, because they're like much older than, let's just say, Cyndi Lauper. I would also choose Soundgarden, Phish, and the White Stripes, if that's my 5 votes. But yet again, I still believe Joe Cocker and Oasis should be inducted to the Rock Hall of Fame. I do not want to see crap like Mariah Carey, Outcast being inducted this year, but I reckon it's gonna happen because, in my opinion, there's not that many prog and metal legends that have been in the Rock Hall of Fame. I mean, I could tell you that King Crimson has been eligible for longer than 25 years and still not in. Deep Purple took many nominations to get inducted. Same goes with Black Sabbath. Rush took many years to get inducted as well. Same thing with Heart. Metallica is the only one of the big 4 that's been inducted to the Rock Hall of Fame. Yeah. And also, Dream Theater and Queensrÿche have been eligible for a few years, so I don't really see those guys getting inducted at any point. Like, no offense, but it's because like the Hall of Fame tends to look towards popularity rather than like influence. Because if the Hall of Fame did look at influence, they would induct somebody like Johnny Clegg, because he was one of the first Western musicians to fuse Zulu and rock music together, and he was such an iconic person, even though he never had a top 40 hit in America. His songs were even covered by Joan Baez, who's been in the Rock Hall of Fame, and there's another guy who was inducted recently, like last year, and who sadly passed away about 2 years ago. So anyway, get your votes in, get your heroes into the Rock Hall of Fame. This is Martin Metalhead, over and out.